Welcome to the Arifs channel. In this video, we will explore one of Indonesia's hidden paradises, Labuan Bajo. Labuan Bajo, located at the western tip of Flores Island, East Nusa Tenggara, Indonesia, is one of the super priority tourist destinations in Indonesia. I will go there for 4 days and 3 nights and visit several important tourist attractions, including the Komodo National Park, using a Phinisi ship. Prepare yourself for an adventure full of natural beauty and unforgettable experiences. Our journey starts from Jakarta. We will fly to Labuan Bajo with a direct flight that only takes about 2.5 hours. The flight is scheduled for 12:30 p.m., so we should have arrived there at 3 p.m. However, because there is a 1-hour time difference between Jakarta and Labuan Bajo, when we arrived there it was already 4 p.m. We have arrived at Komodo Airport. You can see the scenery around the airport, which is still natural. Komodo Airport is located in Labuan Bajo, East Nusa Tenggara, Indonesia. The airport has been designated to serve international flights, especially during major events such as the ASEAN Summit taking place in May 2023. This indicates that the airport is under development to increase its capacity and services.
Seterusnya sampai kita pulang, kita akan sehat-sehat selalu.
Pakai manis, angin taung.
Ulangi.
Selamat datang di Labuan Bajo, selamat datang di Pulau Flores. Kita sekarang berada di NTT.
Our first destination is Puncak Waringin. This is the closest tourist spot to the airport. It is only about 10 to 15 minutes drive from Komodo Airport and the main port of Labuan Bajo. From here, we can see the view of the port and city of Labuan Bajo clearly. Its height is about 45 to 54 meters above sea level. Puncak Waringin is known as one of the best places to enjoy the sunset in Labuan Bajo. The dramatic sunset view with the backdrop of the sea and small islands makes this moment very impressive. We will see later after checking in at the hotel. This area has been well laid out, including a safe viewing area with a guardrail. If you are lucky, you can find local durian traders at low prices. Durian is one of the local fruits typical of Southeast Asia. If you have never eaten it, this is the right time to try its deliciousness.
sakit, hitam banget ya.
Labuan Bajo is not only famous for its natural beauty, but also for its delicious culinary specialties, especially seafood. Some of Labuan Bajo's specialties that you can try for dinner are fish soup and kolo. For dinner this time, I chose various kinds of seafood. This morning we prepared to sail using a traditional Indonesian sailing ship from South Sulawesi. But of course, the ship we boarded later did not use sails as the main driving force. Only its shape resembled it.
Pagi.
We did not depart through the main port, but were picked up by a motorboat at the pier belonging to the Sylvia Hotel where we were staying, to be transported to the ship because the ship could not dock here. Before sailing, make sure you have prepared all the equipment needed.
Oke, barang-barangnya Cengho biar di sini aja dulu Pak ya. Antar orangnya aja dulu sampai di kapal. Barang-barangnya di sini kita yang
The ship we boarded was a Phinisi ship. Let's explore what its facilities are. The Phinisi Ship is a traditional Indonesian sailing ship made by the Konjo tribe in Bulukumba, South Sulawesi. This ship has been modified to meet the needs of tourists by adding modern facilities without losing the authenticity of its design. The Phinisi Ship in Labuan Bajo is a popular choice for tourists who want to explore the beauty of Komodo National Park and its surroundings. They also provide tour packages, generally available trip packages for 2 days 1 night to 4 days 3 nights. The rental price ranges from 40 million Indonesian rupiah to 300 million Indonesian rupiah per night, depending on the type of ship and the facilities offered. You can also choose an open trip package with a price per person of around 10 million. In addition to the Phinisi Ship, there is also another alternative, namely using a speedboat. Although speedboats are faster in traveling, this speed often means less time to enjoy the scenery during the trip. The second group has arrived. Let's welcome them. After everyone gets on the ship, we will go to the room to put our belongings and then follow the instructions of the ship's captain about the rules during the voyage.
360 itu kelas bagus sih.
Yeah.
Kalau bertiga di sini.
Bertiga.
Bertiga yang ini.
Ini ya?
Ya.
Oke. Oke. Saya bawa aja ya.
Selama berjalan di kapal, kalau bisa di daerah luar, oke, di sekitar sini, itu hati-hati kalau bisa satu tangan itu selalu dikasih ke kapal. Jadi selalu pakai handrail yang ada di situ. Jadi sambil pegangan. Khususnya di situasi kalau kita lagi di daerah bergelombang atau daerah yang buat kapalnya bergoyang, itu harus pakai satu tangan ke kapal, satu tangannya untuk diri sendiri. Jadi pegangan kamera atau segala sesuatu itu pegang dulu satu tangan.
The journey to Kalor Island takes about 30 minutes. Enjoy the stunning blue sea views and the refreshing breeze as we sail.
Asik mas. Kopi Flores. Mantap.
Kasih Pak. Jadi dia mantap sekali. Sekarang sudah tidak.
After enjoying a beautiful journey with Flores Coffee, now let's move to the speedboat again to depart for Kalor Island.
Punya husband. Kalau ketemu Krisdayanti, bisa tukar ya.
profit lagi dari pasir. Baik Bapak ya. Banyak pahala.
Jangan taruh tangannya di situ ya. It's time for us to explore Kalor Island. Although the hill on this island is not too high, the track to the top is quite challenging. The climb to the top offers spectacular views from above, including views of the blue sea and the surrounding small islands. So there is no reason for me not to try it. This is a moment that should not be missed. The climb to the top of the hill on Kalor Island usually takes about 20 minutes. The hiking trail is still natural and has not been much modified, so there are no stairs or handrails. This makes the track more challenging, and it is advisable to wear shoes with good grip so as not to slip. Although the time needed for the climb is not too long, it is important to know your own physical condition. Bringing drinking water is also highly recommended. After reaching the top, we felt that the effort put in to reach the top was paid off with the extraordinary view. The view of the vast blue sea, the surrounding small islands, and the horizon make it one of the best hiking experiences in Labuan Bajo. With challenging tracks and stunning views from the top, this experience will be an unforgettable memory during your trip.
That one is better?
Kalor Island is known for its peaceful and uncrowded atmosphere, making it an ideal place to escape the crowds and enjoy the tranquility of nature. For those of you who can't wait to enjoy the freshness of the tropical beach, you don't need to hesitate to dive right in. This time I didn't swim or snorkel, but preferred to relax at the beachside stalls. I will snorkel after this on Manjarite Island and Pink Beach. That was our first trip today on Kalor Island. Next, we will go to Manjarite for snorkeling. After hiking on Kalor Island, now it's time to restore energy with lunch. One of the menus this time is a typical Labuan Bajo dish, fish soup. This dish uses fresh fish such as snapper, skipjack, or tuna cooked in a rich sour sauce. After lunch, now it's time to get ready to leave for Manjarite Island. This island can be accessed via Labuan Bajo by boat or ship. The journey from Labuan Bajo to Manjarite Island takes about an hour, offering beautiful views along the way. However, we did not depart from Labuan Bajo but from a Phinisi ship that had docked near the island, continuing our series of trips on this tour. Before leaving, remember these important tips. If you are not on a tour package, please bring your own snorkeling equipment because the facilities on this island are limited. Second, prepare food and drinks or eat first before leaving because there are no stalls here. This is an uninhabited island. Third, keep the environment clean so that the beauty of Manjarite Island is maintained. In addition to snorkeling, this island also offers charming beaches and landscapes. But of course, we won't have enough time to enjoy it at this time. It will take at least a full day to enjoy it. So we focus on snorkeling and jumping off the boat to have fun while we are here. The best time to visit Manjarite Island is between April and November, when the weather tends to be sunny and the waters are calmer, ideal for sea activities. With a combination of natural beauty, exciting activities, and good accessibility, Manjarite Island is a destination that should not be missed for anyone visiting Labuan Bajo. After having fun at Manjarite Beach, now we return to the boat to continue the journey to Kalong Island. Kalong Island is located about 8 kilometers from Labuan Bajo, between Rinca Island and Papagarang Island. This island has an area of about 5 hectares and is surrounded by mangrove forests that are habitat for thousands of bats, known as kalong. To reach this island, visitors usually rent a speedboat from Labuan Bajo port, with a travel time of about 30 to 50 minutes.
Jangan hadap ke sana, hadap ke Mas Arif. Oke, sabar.
The main attraction of this destination is the view of the bat colony that comes out of the island at nightfall and the sunset view. Kalong Island is known for its large population of bats that hang in the mangrove trees and start flying out of the island at dusk. The sunset on Kalong Island is also very stunning, making it an ideal location to enjoy the natural beauty at sunset. So the best time to visit Kalong Island is between 4 p.m. and 7:30 p.m. so that visitors can watch the bats flying and enjoy the sunset panorama. There is no special entrance fee to visit Kalong Island. However, the speedboat rental fee varies depending on the tour package chosen.
Ini nggak boleh dijatuh ke sini Mas Arif. Robo ya? Jangan kan? Kamu boleh? Kata aku boleh. Keren. Kayak perjalanan di kapal. Oh, emang perjalanan di kapal.
Kalong Island is located in the Komodo National Park area, which is not fully accessible to humans, let alone regular tourists. Visitors are generally not allowed to set foot on Kalong Island. The recommended activity is to enjoy the view from the boat. especially when the bats start flying out of their nests in the afternoon. The use of drones around Kalong Island is also prohibited. This is done to avoid disturbing the bats, which are very sensitive to sound and light. Sometimes we have to be careful when visiting natural destinations like this. Some restrictions to keep in mind are to maintain noise levels, such as avoiding music at high volumes, as this can interfere with the behavior of the bats. For those of you who like to party with high volume music, this destination may not be suitable for you, or you can do it outside the Komodo National Park area. Kalong Island is an uninhabited island, and most of its area is filled with mangrove forests. This makes it a natural habitat for various species, including bats and pythons. On this island, there are pythons, which are the top predators in their ecosystem. Therefore, visitors are advised not to approach the island directly to avoid any potential risks. The recommended activities on Kalong Island are more about watching bats flying and enjoying the sunset view from a safe distance, rather than exploring the island directly. By following these restrictions, visitors can enjoy the beauty of Kalong Island while contributing to environmental conservation efforts.
Ini sebenarnya udah jangkar, kita jangkar cuman muter terus karena arus, jadi gini-gini kapal-kapal kita tuh. Jadi gak kesana-sana lagi tuh, gak bergerak nih sebenarnya.
Iya, kita nggak bisa kesana ya terlalu ini.
Cuman kan gini, lihat nih, ini muter nih kan. Nanti kita nggak tahu di sebelah sini kita tuh muter tuh, lihat tadi.
Bapak Ibu ya udah mulai keluar ya, cepet langsung.
Oh iya.
Mereka udah nunggu dari tadi.
Kloter pertama asalnya dari situ.
Oh, udah mulai.
Pulau Kalong.
Kloter 2, yuk. Oh, 33. Sana sendirian tuh. 34, 35, 36. Ini sendirian.
The sunset on Kalong Island is stunning, with the sky turning reddish yellow. This view is even more beautiful with the backdrop of other natural islands, making it an ideal location to relax and take pictures. Warnanya From sunset on Kalong Island, we will head to Padar Island tomorrow morning to see the sunrise. Tonight, the ship will sail there and dock at the nearest point. This is my first experience staying on a Phinisi ship in Labuan Bajo, an experience that offers a unique and fun adventure. From the deck, many Phinisi ships can be seen sailing in clear waters, surrounded by exotic islands and a stunning sunset panorama. This is a moment I can't miss when I'm in Labuan Bajo. The ship began to change course to sail at night. I won't go into the room first with this experience. The lights from other ships began to be turned on, adding to the beauty of this twilight atmosphere. After a day of activities, it's time to relax on the ship's deck. The atmosphere at night in the middle of the sea is very calming, with the sound of waves and stars decorating the sky. One of the best things about this experience is the food. Phinisi ships offer a varied menu, from local to international cuisine, all prepared by professional chefs. This ship also provides a jacuzzi on the top deck. But I prefer to spend time enjoying the scenery and chatting with friends. You can choose to relax anywhere. In the interior, you can sit in the restaurant. On the deck of the ship, you can sit on a lazy chair or beanbag. This is the right time to chat with friends or other passengers, share travel experiences, or listen to interesting stories from the ship's crew. With minimal light pollution, the night in the middle of the sea is an ideal time to observe the contents of the sky. You can enjoy the beauty of the sky with the sound of the ocean in the background. For those of you who like to sing, you can also show your talents and pleasure. But of course, you have to save your energy for tomorrow. Because tomorrow we will explore 3 important destinations in Labuan Bajo, namely Padar Island, Pink Beach, and Komodo Island. Have a good rest and see you tomorrow morning.
Good morning. Morning, sir.
Around 4 a.m., I woke up because today we will explore the beauty of Padar Island and feel the magical moment at sunrise. Padar Island is one of the most famous tourist destinations in Komodo National Park, East Nusa Tenggara. Although smaller than Komodo and Rinca Islands, its enchanting natural beauty makes it the main attraction for tourists visiting Labuan Bajo. Watching the sunrise at the top of Padar Island is a very stunning experience. Although Padar Island is increasingly popular, we can strategize to be able to feel the moment there more intimately and personally, namely by coming early. So we will not waste this opportunity. Our ship has been docked near Padar Island since last night, and in the early hours of the morning we woke up and made preparations. Our motorboat began to approach the still dark shore of Padar Island.
No smoking, no rabies. Please stay on the group. Not take anything here except the photo and video. And last one, no fly to the door without limit area. Okay, everyone, so I think that's all for my briefing. Thanks for attention and enjoy your trekking. Thank you very much.
Finally, I managed to set foot on the iconic Padar Island. On Padar Island, there are several prohibitions that must be obeyed by tourists to maintain safety and environmental sustainability. Here are things that should not be done when visiting this island. 1. Smoking. Padar Island is a savanna area that is prone to fire. 2. Making a campfire. 3. Using fireworks. 4. Camping. Tourists are not allowed to camp on almost all small islands or beaches. 5. Taking something from the island. If you want to fly a drone, you must first ask permission from the relevant authorities. The main activity on Padar Island is trekking to the top of the hill. The hiking trail is quite challenging, but the view from the top is very satisfying. We have not reached the top and the lighting is still not optimal for taking photos or videos. But as you can see, the view is very charming. To get a good experience and video results, the best time to climb is in the morning or evening when the temperature is cooler. However, most people usually do it in the morning to start the day before continuing to other tourist destinations such as Komodo Island. To start trekking to the top of Padar Island, make sure you do thorough preparation. Wear comfortable clothes and good trekking shoes. Bring enough water and snacks to maintain energy. And of course, don't forget a camera or smartphone to capture the beauty of the sunrise. For the use of drones, it seems you have to ask for permission first. So I only brought my GoPro Max for filming purposes. Thanks to the documentation team from the travel agency for sharing drone footage for this video.
Serius.
Enggak puncak gitu, puncak.
Oh.
Puncak gitu, puncak.
Terus puncak, Pak?
Puncak.
Finally, I reached the top.
Puncak, men.
I am currently waiting for the sunrise to see how the sky begins to change color from the top of the hill. It may be tiring, but every step is finally paid off with an extraordinary view. To reach the top, visitors must pass about 817 steps that have been built by the Komodo National Park office. Actually, I didn't really count it. The time required to reach the top is about 45 minutes, depending on weather conditions and visitor stamina. If you are late, the weather will be hotter and I think the trekking time will be longer. Make sure you are in good physical condition before trekking, especially for those who have a history of heart disease or asthma.
Jangan sampai capek aku naik baru kamu sudah.
The best time for trekking, in my opinion, is in the morning before sunrise until 9 a.m. At this time, the temperature is still cool and the sun is not too hot, making the trip more comfortable. Meanwhile, the best moment to take photos and videos is around 7 a.m. or during the golden hour. Apart from morning, the afternoon is also a good time to enjoy the beautiful scenery from the peak, but this is a rare choice. When the sun rises, the sky is filled with soft colors, such as orange and yellow, which create a very dramatic atmosphere. The sunlight that slowly appears will illuminate the small islands around it, creating a view that looks like it was taken from a living painting. Even though you are amazed by its beauty, you are not allowed to explore this island alone. Tourists are also not allowed to camp on almost all small islands or beaches, considering the presence of Komodo dragons scattered in the area. Padar Island is not as popular as Komodo Island and Rinca Island as the main habitat of Komodo dragons. But currently there are around 3 to 7 Komodo dragons living on this island. These Komodo dragons are individuals who were involved in incidents of biting humans and were moved to Padar Island when the island was not yet open for tourism. Based on information from local guides, these Komodo dragons now tend to avoid areas with many visitors and prefer quiet places in valleys that are not accessible to tourists. Even so, visitors are still advised to be careful and not explore the island alone. From here, we can see 3 bays with white, pink, and gray sand. The beaches on Padar Island have sand with different colors that create a stunning visual contrast. Meanwhile, the view of the green hills surrounding the turquoise waters provides an extraordinary visual experience. The background of the view from the top of Padar Island is unique because it was once featured on the Indonesian 50,000 rupiah note, making it an iconic photo spot for tourists. Watching the sunrise on Padar Island is not only about visual beauty, but also a deep spiritual experience. The sound of the waves and the wind creates a calm atmosphere that is hard to forget. The best time to visit Padar Island is between April and October, during the dry season, or other months besides the rainy season. During this period, the weather tends to be better and the journey to the island is more comfortable. The combination of fresh morning air and beautiful green scenery lifted my mood. Maybe you feel it too even though you only watch it through the video. Thank you for joining our first adventure today. We will continue the journey, so don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification button to stay connected and you don't miss our other adventures. Next, we will go to the Pink Beach located on Komodo Island. Administratively, Pink Beach is located in Kuala Bugis Village, Komodo District, West Manggarai Regency. To reach this beach, tourists usually use a boat from Labuan Bajo, with a travel time of around 1 to 2 hours depending on the type of ship used. We did not depart from the Bajo port but from Padar Island, so the trip was faster. After being satisfied exploring Padar Island, now it's time to return to the ship first. The ship will sail and then dock at the nearest location of Pink Beach.
Habis ini kemana Pak?
Pink Beach.
Oh, Pink Beach.
And then cuma dekat, itu sebentar. And then 10.30 kita berangkat ke Komodo 2 hours. Kan masih kenyang kali ya. Jadi setelah Komodo trekking pulang baru makan, kalian jalan ke Labuan Bajo.
2 jam perjalanan atau 2 jam di sana?
Oh, maksudnya 10.30 kita harap kita udah sampai di Komodo, kemudian trekking.
2 jam baru.
Ya. Di perjalanan itu 2 jam kalau nggak salah ke Komodo.
Yeah.
After that kita trekking, habis trekking kita ke kapal, and then 4 jam sampai Labuan Bajo. Sekitar 5:30, 5:30 sore.
Oh, tangan.
Wildfire, I was your entire world until I stood alone in a storm. You took the sunshine, the flames are gone now, and I watched you walk straight out of that door. Promises got lost in the dust, your boots by the door, you're not coming home. Love like wildfire, I was your entire
Tunggu di sini aja, kita ambil alatnya ya.
Oke.
Pink. Beneran pink.
Komodo Island is not only known for its Komodo dragons but also offers stunning natural beauty, such as exotic beaches and underwater beauty. Pink Beach, located on Komodo Island, is one of the tourist destinations that you must visit when you are in Labuan Bajo, Indonesia. This beach is famous for its pink sand, the result of a mixture of white sand and crushed red coral fragments. providing a unique and exotic view.
Minuman.
The sand at Pink Beach has a soft pink color, creating a beautiful contrast with the turquoise seawater and the surrounding green hills. The pink color of the sand at Pink Beach, Labuan Bajo, is caused by two main factors, namely foraminifera organisms and coral reefs. Foraminifera are microscopic organisms that live in the sea and have orange or pink shells. When these foraminifera die, their shells disintegrate and mix with the white sand on the beach. The continuous decay process of these foraminifera produces fragments that give the sand a pink color. In addition to foraminifera, the pink color also comes from shell fragments and pink coral reefs. When the coral reef is destroyed by waves, these small fragments fall and mix with the sand, adding to the intensity of the pink color on the beach. The combination of these two factors creates a visual uniqueness that makes Pink Beach one of the most attractive beaches in the world.
How big is your love? Tell me how high is
Siap. Siap ya. 1. Oh belum. Siap. 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 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Oke. Gimana Pak? Mantap. Ayo Pak. 1. Ya. 2, 3. Mantap. Aman. 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Oke. 2, 3.
The waters around this beach are rich in coral reefs and marine life, including manta rays, reef sharks, and various types of ornamental fish. In this location, tourists can enjoy the rich underwater beauty by snorkeling or diving. The clear and calm seawater is perfect for swimming. For those of you who don't want to get wet, the calm atmosphere of the beach makes it an ideal place to relax. Using sunscreen and a hat is highly recommended to protect the skin from the hot sun. Although there are non-permanent stalls, facilities at Pink Beach are still limited, so bringing your own equipment and needs is a good idea. The dry season between April and October is the best time to visit because the weather tends to be sunny. Pink Beach is not just a beach. It is a combination of natural beauty, adventure, and unique experiences that make it a must-visit destination for travelers visiting Indonesia. Now it's time for us to move to Liang Bay to meet the Komodo dragons. Lo Liang National Park, often referred to as Komodo Island, is one of the important parts of Komodo National Park located in East Nusa Tenggara, Indonesia. In the local language, Lo means bay, while Liang means nest. To reach here, generally tourists can use a boat from Labuan Bajo, which is the main gateway to this national park. The trip takes about 4 hours. You will arrive at the pier with a natural view, reminding me of science fiction films such as the Jurassic Park.
gambut namanya. Sebelah sini. Ini mau jalur lintasan komodo.
Ya, jadi nggak usah lari.
Nggak usah, jangan lari.
Dia mau lewat, si tuan rumah mau lewat.
Oke.
Jelas orang apa polisi.
As soon as we arrived on Komodo Island, we were lucky to be greeted by the host who passed by on the Komodo crossing path.
Ini XXL berarti ya ini ya. XXL ya.
Dia kalau nggak bising nggak apa-apa.
Iya.
Yang pukul-pukul. Dia nggak pukul ini ya kan? Kalau dipukul.
Popular activities in Low Liang Komodo Island are trekking to see Komodo dragons in their natural habitat. There are various trekking routes with varying levels of difficulty, namely long, medium, and short.
Kita di Pulau Komodo.
Before trekking, we will attend a briefing from the Komodo National Park ranger about what we can and cannot do here.
Yang semuanya Bapak Ibu datang di Taman Nasional Komodo, khususnya di Pulau Komodo.
The unique thing about exploring Komodo Island that you need to know is about menstruating women. Women who are menstruating are not absolutely prohibited from visiting Komodo Island, but there are several considerations and rules that must be followed.
Hanya mengetahui saja kapan dia menyerang, kapan bisa diajak foto, kapan bisa kita dekat gitu.
Kayu itu untuk apa?
Nah sebenarnya kayu ini untuk melindungi dari serangan.
Menjaga jarak.
Jadi komodo ini ketika dia nyerang kita langsung jauh dari mulutnya. Bukan mulut, lebih ke leher ya.
Komodos have a very sharp sense of smell, able to smell blood at a distance of up to 9.6 kilometers. This makes them attracted to the scent of blood, including menstrual blood. There are experiences from tour guides where Komodo dragons become aggressive and approach tourists who are menstruating. This shows that although Komodo dragons do not attack directly, they can show a potentially dangerous interest. Therefore, women who are menstruating are advised to inform the tour guide about their condition. Thus, the guide can provide extra supervision during trekking. If menstruating women still want to visit, they are advised to only cross short trekking paths and not enter riskier areas. Now we are heading to the waterhole, a place where the Komodo dragons will stop to drink. At this location, visitors can take pictures behind the Komodo dragons at a safe distance and under the supervision of the ranger. The Komodo dragon, or Varanus komodoensis, has unique characteristics that make it a very dangerous predator. Although it does not have venom in the same sense as a venomous snake, Komodo dragons do have several factors that make their bites dangerous. Komodo dragon's saliva contains many types of bacteria, estimated to be over 1,000, which can cause serious infections. Komodo dragons hunt their prey by biting and then leaving them to die from infection or poisoning from the venom and bacteria in their saliva. This means that while the prey may not die immediately after being bitten, it will die within days to weeks. Visitors to Komodo Island are required to follow several rules for safety and environmental preservation. These include not going alone without a guide, not making noise around Komodo dragons, and not bringing food or feeding the animals. Komodo National Park is a conservation area that includes 3 large islands, Komodo, Rinca, and Padar, as well as 26 other smaller islands. The park was established in 1980 with the main aim of protecting the Komodo dragon, the world's largest reptile, and the biodiversity that surrounds it. In 1991, the park was recognized as a World Heritage Site by UNESCO and is also part of the Coral Triangle region, which is famous for its extraordinary biodiversity. Komodo dragons are endemic to Indonesia, whose habitat is limited to several islands in East Nusa Tenggara. Komodo dragons are apex predators that tend to eat carrion, but also attack live prey such as deer and wild boar. They use a hunting technique that relies on stealth before attacking suddenly. After catching prey, they tear the flesh into pieces before swallowing it whole, a process that can take up to 15 to 20 minutes. The existence of Komodo on this island was known after the discovery of Komodo by Lieutenant Stein van Hensbroek, an airplane pilot who was stranded here in 1910. He killed one of the Komodo to prove its existence and document it. Since then, Komodo Island has become famous and attracted the attention of scientists and tourists from all over the world. More details about Komodo National Park can be seen in my other documentary videos.
Inilah yang dimakan, makan cium.
After successfully setting foot on Komodo Island, we will return to Labuan Bajo town. There is still one more destination that we must visit, namely Batu Cermin cave. The trip will take approximately 4 hours, but it will not feel long because throughout the trip we will be treated to rare beautiful views.
What a wonderful life. How lucky am I that I get to hold your pretty hands in mine. No clouds in the sky, nah, when you're by my side. It's like the sun is shining from those eyes. And darling, when you look at me, I forget how to breathe. The noise starts turning to a song. And I was blind, but now I see. Looked for eternity with you right there all along. You're where I belong. You're where I belong. With you by my side, feels like the rain is gone. I'm holding on like the sun in the sky, like the stars in the night. When I look in your eyes, I knew it all along. You're where I belong.
Ini saya mewakili kru beserta perusahaan mengucapkan banyak terima kasih kepada Bapak Ibu sekalian telah menggunakan jasa si Safari Cengho untuk eksplor Pulau Komodo dan sekitarnya.
Now we are in front of the entrance to Batu Cermin Cave, located in Batu Cermin village, about 4 kilometers from the city center of Labuan Bajo. From Komodo International Airport, the journey to this cave only takes about 10 to 15 minutes. Let's see what's there.
Makanya bisa ditemuin karang mati ini, koral mati. Artinya tempat ini di bawah air laut sebelumnya. It was underwater.
Nanti di dalam gua yang gelap itu ada salah satu lubang. Apabila matahari sejajar dengan lubang tersebut, semua ruangan itu terang, saling pantul dia. Karena di dalam banyak terdapat batuannya semacam kristal. Awalnya menemukan gua ini seorang misionaris sekaligus arkeologi dari Belanda, Theodor Verhoeven.
At this point, we are still at the mouth of the cave and have not decided whether we will go inside or not, considering that there is a part of the cave that requires us to walk on our haunches. After discussing, finally 5 of our tour members decided to go in, including me.
Udah. Oke, Mas, kita mulai.
Permisi.
Nanti saya duluan ya Mas ya. Itu saya center dari dalam.
This cave was first discovered in 1951 by a Dutch missionary and archaeologist, Theodore Verhoeven. Initially, this cave was below sea level and was lifted to land due to geological activity, so that here visitors can find fossils of marine animals from ancient times.
Ambil posisi sebelah kiri ya.
Ya, ini
banyak
area utama dari gua ini.
kelelawar.
Kalau terlihat itu banyak.
Cantik.
Yang dari saya itu dari sini.
Nanti ada di sisi sana.
Oh, bukan ini.
Fosil. Mana fosil penyu, Pak?
Ini kepalanya.
According to the tour guide, this is a turtle fossil. One of the main attractions of Batu Cermin cave is its walls that can reflect sunlight. According to the tour guide, if the sun is in a position that is parallel to the hole, the reflection effect creates a stunning visual. This is due to the salt content in the rocks on the cave walls.